Welcome to the Property Nomads podcast, QuickCast number 6, and 3 ways to not waste your Christmas in property. When it comes to Christmas, when it comes to the quiet time of year, people always look around late November, December, not a lot goes on. Okay, we might, get a few deals over the line, but things, apart from the bit of maintenance, might drop off in terms of property, especially in the UK. It's one of those things, people settling in for Christmas, not many people are going to move, usual stuff, basically. And it's something you get drummed into you at an early stage when you're investing in property is do not waste December. Don't waste December. Don't waste the end of November. Don't waste this time just because you might not have any deals on the line. There are many things you can do in order to make your time more effective, and this QuickCast is about those 3 things. Number 1, plan and set your targets. Setting targets, I think, is very important. We think here at the Property Nomads podcast is very important. Aaron and I sit down every year. We will go through what we want to achieve, not just for the following year, but also revisit the bigger plan that we've got. And that takes time. It takes time. It's not something you sort in 5 minutes. Basically get everything that's in our brains out there on paper, do what we need to do, and make sure that we're happy with the plan. Because if you go into January and you haven't got a plan, then you normally find you're going to be a step behind. You want to be at the forefront of what's going on. You, of course, as we all do, want to be first to the deals. You want to be a step ahead of the competition. And one way to do that is when you get to January, it is by knowing what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to take time to then think about it, and then you might miss a few things, and you don't want that to happen. So number 1 is to take time and plan effectively. Look at your targets, look at your strategy, what's changed, what circumstances have changed in your life, etc. Do you think the business is going to take a different direction as a result? All of those sorts of things. Do that in December. Number 1, plan, set your targets. Number 2, systems and processes. Christmas time is a very good time to look back on the year, look back at what has worked and what hasn't worked. Of course, this is within your property business. I think if all of us just look back on 2020 in general, we'll probably go, ugh, or something along those lines. But systems and processes, look at them, what's worked, what hasn't worked, what can you tweak, what can you get better at, how can you improve things, how can you make things more efficient, what things can you get in place to basically just become a better business. Systems and processes can be quite niggly. You can get, the smallest adjustment can lead to the biggest results. Do take your time again to test these systems, test these processes, find out what's working, find out what hasn't worked. Be honest with yourself and your team. If you've got staff or you've got other people you work with as well, do that and always seek to improve. And then number 3 kind of works hand in hand with that is reviews. Now that could be reviews of your staff, that could be reviews of yourself, that could be just reviews of the business as well. How has the year gone? Have you met your targets? Have you, if you failed, how have you failed? What have you done? Again, be honest with yourself. There's no need to lie to yourself on these things. It's important to sit down, take the time, be honest. If you're working on your own, sometimes that can be more challenging. If you've got a business partner that you work with, be honest with each other. Kind of have almost a no holds barred, sort of off the record chat. If there's things that are pent up, talk about them. Be constructive as possible, and then go ahead and crack on. Basically, number 1 and number 3 kind of work hand in hand because you might review something and then decide that alters your plan slightly for the following year and years after that. But in truth, I understand that deals can be done in December. Of course, that's not impossible, and that you probably, you listening to this do have deals that are going on as well. But all of that being said, do take the extra time to don't waste the time, basically. So QuickCast number 6. 3 things for you to do to be more efficient at Christmas. Don't waste the time. Number 1, plan. Set your targets, plan for the next year and for subsequent years as well. Number 2, systems and processes. Look at them. How have they worked? If they have worked, great. If they haven't, change them. If they have worked, how can you possibly improve on that? Every day is a chance to get better. Number 3, reviews. Review yourself, review your business, review your portfolio as well. What properties have worked well, what properties haven't worked well, and make the strategic decisions that you need to take. Until next time, it's QuickCast out. Hasta luego.